In previous video, we have seen what is line graph and how to plot line graph. In this video, we will see what is scatter plots and where scatter plots can be used. Also, we will see how we can plot scatter plots for various use cases. So let's start. So let me open my command prompt. Let me zoom this. So let us check what are the environments present in my Anaconda framework. So this is the environment which I want to active. Currently, this base is active. The star is in front of base. So how to activate environment? We can write conda activate, or simply we can write activate and the name of environment. So the name of environment is data underscore visualization viz and env. So it has been activated now, and let's switch the directory where I want to work. Let me clear a screen. So cd, I'll go to d. D is basically a folder, and let me go to YouTube/projects. Let me check. I want to go to this projects. So projects, and let us check which. Okay, I want to go to this directory, database directory. Okay, and inside this, let us check. I want to go to this scatter plots. So cd scatter plots, and inside this, what I will do, I'll open a Visual Studio Code. So code space dot. So this is a directory which is empty directory right now, and we want to write a code. We want to understand how scatter plots can be plotted for any real-time use case. So what is scatter plot? Scatter plot is basically a type of data visualization that displays a data points as a dots on a graph. Each dot on a plot represents a single data point, and this data point will have two values, x value and y value. If we are going to draw a 3D scatter plot, then it will have three values, x, y and z values. Scatter plots are also used to analyze and display the relationship, patterns and distributions of a data points. Even we can use scatter plot to detect outliers in the data, and also if you want to check whether the data is having clusters or not. If data is having clusters, how many clusters are there, and each cluster how many points are there, that we can detect with the help of scatter plots. So let's go one by one. So what I will do now, I'll create one notebook here. So the notebook, let us give the name scatter plot dot. The extension for notebook will be ipynb. Yeah, so notebook has been created. So this is the Jupyter notebook which we have integrated into VS Code. If you don't know, you can basically go to the previous video which we have released earlier in the previous earlier playlist, and you can learn from there. So let us, once we are going to create a Jupyter notebook, select a kernel. So let us select this kernel, data visualization environment. And if you want to select another kernel, you can click on select another kernel, select the Python environment, and these are the different environments present in Anaconda framework. So depend on your requirement, you can select the environment. So let us click the same data visualization environment, and we need to see first what are the packages available right now. So let me do one thing now. If I'm going to do pip list, let us execute pip list, which will show the packages which are present in this particular environment, data visualization environment. So we need matplotlib. Yeah, I can't see the complete list of packages. So this output is little bit big, so we can open in a text editor. So you can see now. So let us see here matplotlib, which is the module available in Python using which we are plotting different kinds of charts. And even we need pandas, because I have one data set which is present in a GitHub repo. I will take that data and we will plot scatter plot for those use cases also. So to read the data set, I will use this particular pandas. So we need these two packages. So let's go one by one. So first, what I will do now, I will import matplotlib. So let's import matplotlib dot pyplot as plt. So pyplot is submodule present in matplotlib. Let us execute this. Okay, it has been imported now, and let's give a heading. Let's give a single. So in scatter plot, what we can do, if you are going to plot a single variable, then we can say this as a single variable scatter plot. And if you are going to plot multiple variables, then we can say multi-variable scatter plot. So first we'll see what is single variable scatter plot. Single variable scatter plot. Let us create two lists, which we have seen previous also. So let's create a first list named as Rs, and we have these Rs, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 11, 12. So this is the first list. Second list we can create is basically server 1 response time, right, is equal to, and we'll write some values here, for example 50, 55, then we can write 58, then we can write 60, 64, 64, then we can write 68, 70, 68, 70, then we can write 71, 72. Just I'm writing some few values here. You can write any values basically. Then we can write 79, then we can write 80, then we can write 87. Okay, so let us run this cell. So run this cell. Okay, now let us plot the scatter plot. How we can plot the scatter plot? First we can create a figure. So plt.figure, and we can set the figure size, fig size. We can set, for example, 8 by 4. You can set as per your requirement. Then we can go for plt.scatter. So scatter is a function which can be used to plot a scatter plots, and we want to plot the scatter plot for these two lists. So Rs is my first value, that is x-axis, and the server 1 response type will be my y-axis. And let us try to run this particular cell. You can see. So this is the scatter plot for this Rs versus server 1 response time, and these data points will have the two values, x value and corresponding y value. Even we can customize little bit. So what I can do is I can write, okay, so let us give x label. So plt.x label, and this is basically Rs. Also give y label, plt.y label. This is basically a server 1 response time. So I'll give response time, okay, and you can give the title for this graph also. So this is server 1 performance, and at the end we can plot the graph. So plot plt.show. So let me just run this particular cell. You can see this is x label, x label came, y label came, server 1 performance came, and so on. Even if you want to display grid also, then you can write grid. So in the backend, the grid will be displayed. Even if you want to change the size of image, instead of 8.3, 8.4, we will write 8.3. So you can see the size of image has been changed. Also, you can give label. So let me give label. So label is basically server 1. This is server 1, and to display label, we can go for legend. So plt.legend, right? And you can just run this. So you can see the label has been displayed now. And now, if you want to change the color of this particular dots, then color is equal to C equal to, I'll give, for example, red. So you can see now the color has been changed. So you can do the customization. You can see the previous earlier videos also. Based on that, you can do it. So this is something about how basically we can plot a single scatter plot. Now, if suppose we want to plot, right, multiple scatter plots. So how we can do is, let me just do one thing now. Let me copy this, and instead of this, let me go to this. I'll go add a markdown cell, multivariable scatter plot, right? So let me do one thing. Let me copy this as it is. So I'll add here one more cell. I'd add here. We need to add some more parameters, more list basically. So let's assume we have 3 servers. So this is already server 1 already we have created here. Response time already we have. this is server 2, and let me copy the same, right, from here, and let me paste. So server 3, and let's change the values. The values you can change anything. For example, 101, we can give 103, 102, then we can give 104, 106, then we can give 104. You can give anything, basically depends on your requirement. 107, 108, 109, then you can give 10. Total how much? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and let's give 105, 10, 111, and 113. And similarly, server 3 response time, let's change the values. 200, right, 190, 185, 187, 193, right, 201, 205, 210, right, 220, then 1999, then 184, and 189 we can give. How many these values are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Fine. And let me just do one thing now. Yeah. So we have created 2 more lists, and let's do one thing now. So we need to plot 3 scatter plots in a same. So copy this one more time. So 3 times we'll do plt.scatter, plt.scatter, and so on. So this time the first will be ours versus server 1, second will be ours versus server 2, right, and third will be, I'll copy this, ours versus server 3. And instead of this same color, let's change the color. So this is, for example, green, and let me write plt server performance, our response time, and so on. Let me execute this now. Let us check now. So you can see, and this label also came, right? So the green indicates server 1. The performance response time of server 1 is this. Response time of server label, we actually we are given the same, server 1, server 2. So what we will do now, this is server 2, this is server 3. Let me run once again. You can see. So green is basically server 3. So this top one is server 3, middle one is server 2, and this particular is server 1. Red is particular server 1. Server 1. This label where we want to display, that is completely depend on you. You can change the location. So you can give location is equal to, by default, if you are going to give best, then it will be present wherever the particular space is available, wherever that label will be shown. But if you want to specify a specific location, then you can specify. So let me show you how basically we can do this. So matplotlib legend location. So there are some couple of values available. Legend location. So this is the official site of matplotlib, and you can go down and you can check it out. How basically we can give. Yeah, you can see the best is basically location code is 0, and even you can go for this. If you want to give upper right, so let's copy this, and instead of best you write upper right, and let us run this. So you can see upper right, this legend will be shown. Similarly, middle right, bottom right, upper left, middle left, bottom left, center, and so on. You can choose the location. So what I will do now, so there are total 10 locations available, and 11 locations are available. So starting from 0, even instead of this text, you can give the appropriate code also. And the center, if you want to give, that's basically 10. So let's do best here. Yeah. So this is the way using which we can plot multiple scatter plots. Even what I can do right now, let me take one more data set. So let me go to this particular, this URL. Let me go to scatter plots, and this is the data set which I will take this data set now. So let's open this CSV. I will share the link of this data set in a description of this video. You can just take that data set from there, or even let me do one thing now. So this is the data set. Now this data set is basically from banking. This is the banking data set. Let me open this. Yeah, so this is the data set. Right click on it and save this data set as I want to save in scatter plot. This is the data set name and this is the CSV file. So you can give .csv or if you're not giving also, that is also fine. So let me check it now here. The data set came. Yeah, data set came. Let me open the data set and let me show you. So what we have account ID, right? Every bank account is having some account ID. So this is SBI 90PGT and this particular some account number. The age of the customer, how many login attempts he has done, right? So number of login attempts. Out of that, how many failed attempts are there, and how many successful attempts are there, right? So that login attempt minus failed attempt is equal to success attempts, and these are in under thread or not. So these all accounts are in under thread. That's why all value is 1. But wherever you find 0, it means that it's that account is basically not in under thread. So now I have some couple of questions that we need to answer from this data set. So to answer the questions directly by looking at raw data, that will be difficult. So what we can do is basically we can plot scatter plot for this particular data set, and then we can answer those kind of questions. So let me do one thing. So let me write here use case 2, use case 2, use case 2. Okay, now first of all we will read this data set, and to read this data set what I will do, right now I will not type the code. So this scatter plot IPYNB file is available in this particular GitHub account. So let me open this. So I'll just straightforward, I will copy the code. Let me go down. Okay. So first of all, let us read the data set. And to read the data set, we are going to use pandas now. If you are not aware about pandas, don't worry, right? You can go and look at pandas tutorial. So the basic function which we are using from pandas is that is basically read CSV to read the CSV file. So let us import pandas. Let me add code cells. So we have imported pandas and we have also imported matplotlib. Then we need to read a data set, and to read a data set, what we will do, we will use this read CSV function available in pandas and the name of that particular file. Currently this particular file is available in same location, so we are going to give the name of this particular file as it is. But if this file, this data set is available in different directory, you can give a complete path of that particular CSV file. Let's read the CSV, and this is the data. We have account ID, we have age, we have login attempts, failed attempts, and successful attempts. So for bank accounts, people are having internet banking, and to use internet banking, there will be username and password, and they tries to log into their account. So these are the specific. This particular customer account number is this. His age is this one, and how many login attempts he has done in past 1 month is 30. Out of that, 28 attempts are failed and only 2 attempts are success. So it's in a thread or not? It's 1. It means that because more number of failed attempts are there, so it's in thread, right? So we wanted to find out some insights from this particular data. So either if we are going to plot this data and then we are going to find the insights from the data, that will be very easy compared to directly going from the raw data. So what I will do now, let me do one thing now. First of all, this is the question, right? Let's check the question now. So what is the question? Find the relationship between login attempts with failed attempts. So where is login attempts? The login attempt is this particular column, and failed attempt is particularly this column, right? So we can plot the scatter plot with respect to this and this. So we'll get the relation between these two. So for this, what we can do is we will just copy this as it is, and we'll just paste it out here. We don't want markdown, we want code cell, and we don't want to plot 3 scatters, we want to plot only 1 scatter. But this is basically df, this how to fetch this particular login attempts. Login attempt is basically column present in df data frame. So what we can write is df of ours, basically not r, this is login attempts versus, right, df of we need to go for failed attempts. What is that? Failed attempts. Okay, and remaining things, so label, let me remove the label. There is no need a label as of now. And even we can change this basically. So login attempt is basically X, right? And field attempt is basically Y. And even you can give title, but I will skip the title right now. And even location, that, okay, you can see it now. So this is the scatter plot with respect for login attempts with respect to failed attempts. So from this graph, from this chart, what we can understand is that you can see here the value of x-axis is low, and even the value of y-axis is also small. So if login attempts are increasing, the failed attempts are also increasing. So that's the conclusion, that's the insight basically which we get from this. So we can write straightforward this conclusion: as the number of login attempts increases, the failed attempts also increases. Right? So this is the first conclusion for this particular objective. Second question that we have to answer is basically find the, right? Let me, yeah, run this cell. So what is the second question now that we have to answer? Find out the age group which are in under threat of security attack. So which is the age group which is more vulnerable, basically we can say, which are the find out the age group which are in under threat of security attack. So let's plot the same thing. Let me do one thing now. Let's plot the same thing, but just only we'll change the axis. So with respect to age and under threat, so under threat is basically this one, right? And age is basically age. The name of that particular column is age. So let me paste under threat, and this is basically age. Let us plot this now. No, this I have taken the markdown cell. Let's take a code cell and let's execute now. And you can see from this particular image, you can see that this is the age 25 and here is the age 60. From 25 to 60, right, people are more aware, and there is no basically more threat of attack is basically either less than 25 or more than 60. So either if customer is senior citizen, and if it is less than 25, it's a youth, right? Then these accounts are under more threat. And in adult section, it is more than, if it is more than 25 years and less than 60 years, the threat is less. This is basically from data, right? So but it is not like that, but people present in this particular age group, they are, we might be think that these are basically having less, these are more aware, because of this there is less chance of attack. But if it is senior citizen or if it is a youth, then they are in more threat of a security attack. So this kind of conclusions we can draw by plotting the graph, plotting the scatter plot from the raw data. So I think this is enough for this video. If you found this video useful, then you can like, share and subscribe this channel. Thank you.